Hey y'all, I'm back. I know TikTok is back, but I am still gonna try this YouTube thing out. I think it could be fun, and so here I am again. Also, you never know how long TikTok is actually back for, or if it's gonna be the same as it was before the ban. We don't know. Anyway, I figured since y'all don't know me, we could do a get ready with me while you get to know me. So give you a little bit of info on Isa. And I'm just gonna do my makeup while we do that. I got some new drugstore items. I actually fully filmed this video yesterday, and then went back to edit it, and I had filmed it in 2x speed, or no, 0.5 speed, so slow-mo. And I was like, oh, I'll just speed it up. No, apparently when you film slow-mo, it has no audio. So that was really good, because I filmed for like 25 minutes. I did think it was strange that it was saying it was like an hour long. I was like, what are you talking about? There's no way I filmed for that long. But it's just because I don't know how to work this camera yet. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so I have this bag of goodies, and this actually has some of my old makeup in it just from when I threw it all in here yesterday, so not all of this is new. Anyway, I already did my hair. Should I clip it back? Or my hair is so thin and fine that sometimes if I clip it or like do anything with it, the curls like completely go away, even though I really just did like a little bit of waves. Anyway, one of the products I tried yesterday was this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This thing, thick and goopy, like very, very sticky. However, I don't have another primer, so it does seem like we're gonna have to use this, but it literally feels like glue. So I don't love that, but see, it's like, I don't think you can tell, but yeah, it's not my favorite. I'm immediately gonna have to wash my hands, but I guess, I actually don't know if it made my makeup stay longer yesterday, because I didn't wear it out that long, and then I'm like the type that takes my makeup off right when I get home. See, like to rub it in, I really have to force my hands, and then my face gets all red. So I don't know how I feel about this. Let me go wash my hands. Okay, anyway, about me. I'm Isa. It's short for Isabella. I don't really go by Isabella. Only when I like meet someone for the first time do I introduce myself as Isabella, and then after a while, if I'm like, I know they're gonna stick around, then I say, hey, you can just call me Isa. But yeah, I just don't really resonate with an Isabella. I feel like it's very, just like, I feel like it's a very feminine name. There is a hair across my face. Can y'all see that? It is, oh, there it is, got it. I just feel like it's a very feminine name, and I don't have the most feminine energy, and so it just doesn't really vibe with me. So I go by Isa. I am 27. I am a Cancer, so I was born in the summer, or well, the American summer. I was born in Brazil, so I was actually born in the winter. But yeah, June 24th, I'm a Cancer, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Leo rising. So that explains putting myself on the internet. That's the Leo in me. I have 3 dogs, 2 of which are rescues that I rescued. They're my own dogs. And the other one is technically my sister. That's not like a dig at my human sisters. It's like a dog sister, because she started off as my little sister's dog, then became my parents' dog when she went off to college. And then she just kind of ended up staying with me. And so she might still go back to my parents eventually. I don't know. But currently she is with me. So I have 3. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in, what shade is this? Medium tan. This might be too dark for me right now actually, but I'm still gonna do it. And then use this Marc Jacobs, the Face 1 brush. I'm gonna put it directly on the brush just because I don't want to get my hand dirty, because I just cleaned it from the primer. But anyway, what do y'all need to know about me? I live in Florida. So like I said, I was born in Brazil, moved to Florida when I was 2, and have lived here ever since. I just bought my first house, so that has been an interesting process. This is not it, by the way. This is my parents' house. I am staying at theirs with their dog. So again, like I'm at their house often because of their dog, who's my dog, who's their dog, who's my dog. It's confusing. Anyway, I am here because she is, she's going through some stuff medically, and she has been having some diarrhea. She was pooping blood last week. She's fine now, thank goodness. But if you saw my other Get Ready With Me, I talked about that whole process. But anyway, she's been pooping blood she pooped blood, and now she's just having diarrhea. And I don't want that in my new house. I don't want her to like ruin my new stuff. Like it is brand new. I don't want that. So we're here. So all 3 dogs and myself are here. And my parents aren't here anyway, so I needed someone to look after their house. And I was like, yeah, I'll just stay there. And so anyway, that's why I'm here. I'm here often, and I don't have any knowledge in makeup, okay? So if you're watching this being like, I mean, one, you could already tell by the way I'm applying this, probably, but just don't expect anything. Like, this is just funsies. I don't actually like know how to do my makeup. But we're here, aren't we? I am gonna try this out again. It's the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in orange. I have the NYX color corrector in peach, but I heard that orange is supposed to be better. Yesterday I think I did too much, so I'm gonna do it just 3 tiny little dots. I kind of like swept it yesterday, and we'll see how that goes. And then this is the e.l.f. concealer brush, but I have really dark circles, like naturally. I have tried filler under my eye. It was probably close to 3 years now, maybe 2. It was I think it was like August of 2022, September of 2022. So yeah, like 2.5 years ago, coming up on 2.5 years ago. And I just felt like it didn't do much. We did very, very minimal filler just because she was like, oh, you're so young, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. That I just felt like it didn't do much, and it went away really quickly. Like, she was like boasting about the fact that filler can stay up to like 5 years on some people, and I don't even think it stayed potentially like 8 months. Like, I think it was gone really fast. And I know it can, now I know more, that it can migrate and all that, and I just don't want to end up looking botched. So gave up on that, and I'm just embracing it, I guess. Embracing the fact that it's there and not doing anything to fill it, but like obviously still trying to correct it, because obviously I just did this. Anyway, now I'm going in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer in 20N. This is fair. I thought I bought 40N, but I didn't. So this is a little light, but you know what? That's happens. I always do the corners of my nose because I have, and then I always do a little bit on my chin. I don't know why. I have lots of redness. I am a recovering acne queen. So I had pretty moderate acne in middle school. Once I got on birth control, I will say that really, really helped. A lot of mine was hormonal acne. And I got on birth control when I was like 14 or 15, like my freshman year of high school. So yeah, 14 or 15, I don't know. But that was for other reasons. Endometritis, it was the whole thing. Anyway, and for that reason, it helped a lot of my acne. And I still get acne because, I mean, hormones are still there even if you're taking birth control. And I also just have really sensitive skin, and really oily skin, so I break out like real fast. Like I don't know if you saw it before, but there was one, where was it? It was like right here, I think, that was pretty prominent beforehand, but it was one of those that like is under the skin and it just hurts, and it never never like, you know, like through the skin, it never, whatever, pops? Yeah, is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It never broke through the skin, I guess. And that was really frustrating because I kept using those Zit Stickas, the Killa one, I think is what it's called, that has the little micro darts. And that like it helped somewhat, but not really. But anyway, it eventually got like a little tiny dot, and then I picked at that because I'm a picker. And yeah, and I also had some earlier this month. I always have some sort of acne going on, but it's pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? It's pretty manageable now. It's very, very mild now, thank goodness, because let me tell you, I was a big old grease face back in the day, I will say, and so did others, and so that's how I know. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the nude stick things. So this is, which one? What color is this? This is Bohemian Rose for my blush, and then I use Bondi Bay for my contour, concealer, whatever, or not concealer, bronzer. I'm gonna be completely honest, don't fully know the difference. I don't. Between bronzer and contour, like I use them the same way. And so again, like I said, don't expect much from me. Yeah, so I do a little bit here across my nose. And then someone once told me to do it here. And by someone once told me, I mean I saw a TikTok video. And so I've been doing that ever since. Another thing to know about me is if you say something with enough confidence to me and it's either low stakes enough or just a topic I don't care about, I am just gonna accept it as truth. Not the best way to go about life, but that is one of them where they said like that is the place to put it. And I was like, okay, like that's low stakes. It's not, you know, like I'm not gonna die if I put bronzer up here and or blush up there, and I just like don't care enough either. And so it's a mix of the two. And yeah, I've just been doing that ever since. You feel free to let me know if that is incorrect. But another one that's like that is boiling water. Someone once told me, and this one someone told me, and I don't remember who, so I can't even like follow up and ask, but it was a really long time ago, that boiling water is faster if you boil it from cold water rather than lukewarm water. And so since then, I've only ever boiled cold water. And again, like it's low stakes enough that I'm like, okay, what am I shaving off or potentially adding on? Like a minute or two, I'm fine if that happens. And so I just don't care. There are just like things like that where, you know. Oh, another one, but then I looked this one up kind of recently, maybe within the past year or so. A friend of mine and I looked it up because I told her and she was like, is that true? And I was like, I don't know. But that measuring cups for dry stuff when you're cooking versus wet, like liquids and stuff, is different. And I was just using the same. Turns out that person was telling the truth. That was Brian Licious, Dr. Brian Licious too on TikTok. He was the one that told me that in college. But yeah, thanks Brian for letting me know that. These brushes, by the way, they're both foundation brushes from e.l.f. This one is the foundation blurring brush, and this is the Selfie Ready foundation brush. But I use them for powder, or not powder, cream and liquid bronzer and blush. So yeah, again, don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Also, lighting wise, don't know if this is the best lighting. I tried a more warm toned lighting the other day and I did not like it. And in the like it just made me look real orange in the video, and so we'll see how I feel about this one. But that was also the video that I mentioned earlier was filmed in half speed. It was a whole debacle anyway, so it was just doomed from the get-go. Next, I'm gonna go in with this Milani Dulce Pink blush. I like that it already has some shimmer to it. And I'm gonna use this Marc Jacobs, the blush brush, to apply that. I have a few Marc Jacobs brushes, but not too many. When they went bankrupt a few years ago, everyone was like, oh my god, now's the time to buy a bunch of Marc Jacobs stuff. And then I did, and I bought a bunch of brushes, and I don't know where half of them went, so that's fun. But they are still in business, I guess. I don't... Okay, I'm gonna sound ignorant. Don't fully understand bankruptcy sometimes. Like, I thought that meant the business had to close down, but that's not always the case, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, kind of ignorant to the topic. Next, I'm using the, no, not Pacific, Physicians Formula Bronzer. They have one that's matte. Where is it? This one. And I used to use this in the past, but the smell was a little too intense for me. This one isn't as strong, I would say, but now I'm using this Morphe / Ariel brush in, ooh, okay, A58, I believe is what that says. My older sister got new makeup brushes and then gave me her Morphe Ariel ones. And so I also have those. I also just bought new makeup brushes, the ones that I kept seeing on TikTok. I think it's like Magna or Magana or something, I don't know. But anyway, I always go in with powder over cream products. Don't know. I think it's just because like I said, I'm a recovering acne queen, and with that I had a lot of grease, and so the dewy look is just not necessarily for me because it's traumatizing and triggering. So I use a lot of powder to like mattify things, and then I also use powder all over my entire face. I forgot to bring this down my neck, and I think to blend it in better because I am not the same skin tone, I needed to do that. I realize now I'm doing this over the bronzer and contour, but oh well. I am a big just trial and error girl, and when I error, I just trial over the error, and that's the way I live my life. So you'll also notice a lot of that. Where is that brush I'm looking for? Okay, next, like I said, because I'm a powder queen, I'm also putting the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in light because I'm very pale right now, all over my entire face. Oh, I forgot to put powder under my eyes. Oops, oh well. Happens to the best of us. Okay, so just gonna, I usually use the Morphe pink one, I think it's brightening pink or something. But yeah, this I'm just gonna rub all over my face because I don't want to be oily because of trauma. Yeah, so there's that. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Ooh, let me start putting some things away because things are getting all over the place and it's getting hard to keep track of. Okay, now I'm gonna use a little toilet paper to remove any like product from my eyebrow, because see, it had some foundation and all that jazz in there. And then this is another one of those where I just believe whoever, and then if I'm told differing things, and again, low stakes, I just believe the most recent one. And so the most recent one was that when you do your eyebrows, you're supposed to brush them down when you fill them in. I had heard before that you're supposed to brush them up. So now I've been brushing them down. My eyebrows are a point of contention with me. I don't personally love them. I think, you know, I have really long eyebrow hairs, but they're like, what is that? Is that a hair, or did I do that? I think that might, oh, that was a hair. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I see, like, they're just so long and thick, and I don't have long, thick hair anywhere else. So it's just a little rude that it chose to do that there. Also, do you see? Yeah, poke that in. That was sticking out real far. And yeah, I just feel like it's still sparse in some areas, but I don't know. I just don't love my eyebrows. So this is the Morphe in Java. And then I go in with the e.l.f. brow gel laminating thing. But I do very little of it because I personally don't like the look of like really glued on eyebrows. I know some people do. That's just not my taste. And so, see, like I have little holes And I feel like they don't get filled the way I want them to. And then I also feel like I still do my brows very like 2016-ish. I don't know. I have contention towards my brows. So with this, I use very little product, so I always like rub it off on the edge here before applying it, and then go up. And then I'll use the other end of this. I have had some people tell me they like my brows, but also, oh my gosh, so before I started waxing them, and like plucking them and all that, this girl made fun of them in middle school, I believe. And so I think just since then, that's stuck with me. She was like, you have really thick eyebrows. And I was like, okay. And then I overplucked, as the trend was at that time in 2010, 2011. And then they just never grew back the same way, but they still are like thick in some spots. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of my eyebrows, is what I'm trying to get at. And they need to be done anyway, because like I have, but I don't clean them up myself. I go and get them done. I used to do that myself. Then I felt like it was losing its shape. Anyway, that was a whole lot of blah. Anyway, this is my makeup look. And then I'm gonna go in with this Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray from e.l.f. I used to use the NYX one, but I ran out. Actually, there's a little bit in there. But this spray is very differently. Like, it's a mist rather than a spray. And I wish it was a spray, but I already bought it, so what's one to do? Anyway, I don't think I actually told y'all like anything about me. What else? I graduated college in 2015 from the University of South Florida, which is actually not in South Florida. It's in Central Florida on the west. It's in Tampa, so if you know where Tampa is, it's there. I graduated with a degree in psychology. I worked in social work in the foster care system for a little bit, and then I moved over for like 2.5 years, and then I moved over to HR, and I've been in HR since. And yeah, I still live in Florida. I personally love Florida. I love the heat. I was not made to withstand cold temperatures. So right now with this winter storm where it's 40 degrees in Florida, yeah, don't love that. Not for me. It's supposed to snow where my little sister lives. She lives in Savannah, Georgia. Also, guys should watch my little sister. I'll link her page below. She also has a YouTube channel way more profesh than mine, okay? She's really got her shit going on there. She's been doing it for years. Anyway, yeah, it's supposed to snow like 9 inches where she is. And I was like, that sounds disgusting. Don't love that. I'm just made for the tropics. I was born in Brazil and then moved to Florida. Like, what do you expect from me? Yeah, that's me. I'm a dog person. What else? What else is interesting? I have ADHD, which you could probably tell from this video. I also have OCD, which I talked about in my other video. If y'all want more information on my life with OCD, I can tell y'all I'm also a hypochondriac, so there's always adventures in... See, it already fully fell. So that's why I never even, like, that's why I always just straighten my hair. Yeah, I, like, don't even know what you would want me to tell you. I mentioned that I bought my first house, so there are adventures to be had there. I'm getting a fence put up, finally. It's been, because of the hurricanes and stuff, there was a really long wait for it. It's been probably like 3 months. But finally, in 2 weeks, I get a fence. So, woohoo! Dogs are gonna love that. And yeah, that's it. That's me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, we'll see what else. I'm probably gonna post a first week of Love Island All-Stars recap, and then one on The Traitors episode 4, and then also continue my Big Brother Brazil content, but that is in Portuguese. If you speak Portuguese as well as English, this is the channel for you, because I speak both of them, and I'll be posting both. Anyway, yeah, this is the final look. Yeah, Told y'all, it's not perfect, but it's there. But stay tuned for more of my thoughts because I have many.